Of course, per the usual, this guy hit it right on the head. What am I talking about? Jim Ryan and Sony have agreed to terms with Activision Blizzard, or should I say with Microsoft, to keep Activision Blizzard's Call of Duty first-person shooter franchise on PlayStation. Now, before we even get into the video, allow me to remind you just how correct I have been this entire time. And I get it. I'm not supposed to be the guy that looks like I do, that talks like I do, and knows exactly what he's talking about each and every time. I get it. I'm not the face that you would like to see. I get it. The guy with tattoos and dreadlocks in his head is not supposed to know anything about what he's talking about. But guess what? That's just too damn bad. As somebody once told me, it doesn't matter how people feel about you. It doesn't matter what they think about you. It really damn sure doesn't matter what they truly want you to be. At the end of the day, when you open your mouth and you're correct, that's all that matters. I've done 2,000 plus videos across multiple platforms, and I have not been wrong yet, so why would I start today? So, Jim Ryan, so, Sony, glad you finally came to your senses. Let me show you what I'm talking about. As you take a look right here on your screen, it's no optical illusion, it's no black magic, it's no motherfucking Photoshop. Microsoft and Sony reached deal to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation. The deal comes after Microsoft's successful legal bout with the Federal Trade Commission. Not the flight team, but you can stand up if you like to. I don't really give a shit what you do. So as I've been saying, very eloquently, this deal should have happened the moment that they found out Xbox was about to acquire Activision Blizzard. Why? Because it's a smart business move. They were willing to spend way more money for the product than Sony was. And if I was Sony, if I saw that they already had bought or were looking to acquire Activision Blizzard, why not negotiate instead of just getting 10 years? Why not negotiate and try to get 15 or 20 and add on a few more $1 billion to that mark? Why not? It's a smart business move for everybody. Therefore, you keep the popular first-person shooter on the platform, on the gaming platform, and on top of that, you get to make a hell of a lot of bank while doing so. But nobody wants to listen to the guy that looks like me. As I've said in earlier videos, it would be a smarter move to just do the business. Just take the deal. Just take the deal and save face. You got beat to the punch. You got caught with your pants down. You got caught slipping. So now instead of just taking the deal, now you're forced to take the deal or be forced to lose out on billions of dollars each and every year. But let's go ahead and read this article further proving why I've been correct this entire time, because I love when I'm right, which is all the time. Days after defeating the FTC's challenge to its purchase of Activision Blizzard and one day before its scheduled meeting with the UK CMA, Microsoft has reached an agreement with Sony to keep the Call of Duty franchise on PlayStation post-merger. Microsoft boss Phil Spencer announced the deal via Twitter, where he says the two sides have signed a binding agreement to keep the successful first-person shooter franchise coming to PlayStation consoles. We look forward to a future where players globally have more choice to play their favorite games. The tweet continued. This is the tweet by one Phil Spencer right here, the CEO of Microsoft. We are pleased to announce that Microsoft and PlayStation have signed a binding agreement to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation following the acquisition of Activision Blizzard. We look forward to a future where players globally have more choice to play their favorite games. Look at you trying to save face now. Jim Ryan, you silly son of a bitch. The deal was struck days after a California judge ruled in favor of Microsoft against the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, which thwarted the Regulatory Commission's attempt to delay Microsoft's purchase of Activision Blizzard. An appeal filed by the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, was also rejected. The Federal Trade Commission isn't the only government Microsoft has had to contend with, as the United Kingdom CMA has also voiced its concerns as it reviews the terms of the deal. Microsoft is scheduled to meet with the CMA early this week. No further details on the Call of Duty deal with Sony, in particular its length, which is going to be 10 years. That's what they originally offered. If you were smart, you could have got 15 to 20. Easy. If you knew how to run a business. And for the people that's going to come in my comment section, because there's always at least one, well, you can't be the CEO without being smart. Yes, you can, bitch. You see it even every day at your job, your 9-to-5 job. You see it every day. You mean to tell me that you have a person that's above you in pay grade, above you in position in the company, above you in position of power, and you mean to tell me that they got that due smarts and grit and determination? And just being at the right place at the right time? No, I'll give you the last one. Yeah, they were at the right place at the right time. They had their face on the owner of the building or the brother of the owner of the building's nuts at the time. Or they just so happen to know him or be married. How many times have you had to be told in this life, particularly in 2023, in this timeline, it's not what you know, but who you know? You can go to your 9-to-5 job and see that for yourself. I guarantee you 70% of you in the workforce right now are working for a boss who's a complete fucking moron. You don't have to be smart to be put in positions of power anymore. You just have to know the right person, kiss the right ass, or suck the right dick. Tell me when I'm telling lies. Don't worry, I'll wait. Anyway, which was rumored in the past to be 10 years, have been made public. The same of Activision Blizzard to Microsoft is expected to close as early as this week, as the company would be on the hook for a $3 billion breakup fee or work out an extension if the deal isn't closed by July 18th. That's in 2 days for those that can't count, which is probably 95% of you. So with that being said, this guy, this Rage King right here, was correct the entire time. Been telling y'all for months. I've covered this entire timeline when it comes to this Activision, Blizzard, Sony, and Microsoft business, if you will. Smarter to take the deal. Take the deal that was originally given to you. Now, if they wanted to, they could easily shave off a couple $1 billion, and then you have to take the scraps, instead of taking the meal, the full course meal, the entrees, the buffet, if you will, that they were originally trying to offer you. Now you're just doing this to save face, when you could have easily swallowed your pride, took the L, and took the deal that was gonna have more money on it. And guarantee you, this deal that they're gonna give you now, the same 10-year deal, yeah, they'll give you the 10 years, but you can expect a couple billions to be shaved off. Which means, yet again, this guy right here has been correct the entire time. Bitch, I don't miss. But I get it. You don't want to hear it from a guy like me because, oh, you curse too much. Oh, you just talk a little rough for me. Oh, you keep it too real for me. Oh, well, you just always write and always come with the facts, and I don't like that. You don't look like the guy that we want to tell us this kind of information. I really don't give a flying fuck. I don't care how you feel. I don't give a damn about your feelings. I don't give a damn about how wrong you think I am when I've been nothing but right this entire time. But you know what? It's cool. Go back to watching your streamers and your content creators that bark like dogs, that act like complete whores on the camera, that you talk about in streams about being a whore and how you would never this and never that, knowing damn well you got a full 2-year subscription to their OnlyFans. Go back and go watch a Kevin Leonardo Nair video where he's literally showing his asshole that got 30+ million views, but y'all would rather watch that than hear the truth from someone like me. It's all good, but guess what? At the end of the day, you can do all that. Guess what? I'm still gonna be right. Bye-bye.